So what I want you to do is go into CQ, localhost 4502, and then I want you to go to the Tools section here. Go ahead and select the mobile section that you see there, and then double-click, go to your device groups. You should see smartphones. So double-click in the smartphones device group. And now let's add in a new emulator. And we can do that simply by clicking on the Edit button, which is located right here. And again, a new window will appear, and this will show the general capabilities of all of the devices in this particular group. So you should see your general setting. Now let's go to our Emulators tab, and then a list of emulators will actually appear here, and you should see your new emulator that you built in here, where it says My Emulator. So click on My Emulator. Okay, and now you've added this to your group. That's as simple as it is to add a custom emulator that you've created. Okay, so the next thing I'd like you to do is just test this by actually requesting a mobile page. So let's go to CQ5 and open up the websites icon. And then let's go to the Geometrics mobile site, as you see here, and let's just request the English page, and we'll see all of the different emulators available to us. We should see the beginnings of our emulator. Now there are a few mistakes here. So again, you'll see what the mobile demo would look like on an Android device. Let's take a look at it on a Touch Diamond. Here's what it would look like on a Galaxy Tab. And then you'll see here's My Emulator. So you see there's a couple different problems here. Number one, you'll see the images that we indicated are not appearing up here on the rotational list of different devices. And you'll also see that our background image is not being displayed here. So that's because we made a few mistakes. So let's go back to CRXDE and fix those mistakes. So I'm going to go back to CRXDE here. And now you'll notice if you open up your emulator CSS file, which is located under My Emulator, CSS, source, emulator.css, you'll notice a few things. Number one, since I copied and pasted this from BlackBerry, it says CQ emulator.blackberry. Well, the name of our component is not BlackBerry, but it's My Emulator. So I need to fix that. So I'm just going to change that to My Emulator and do the same thing here for the content. Change that to My Emulator as well and not to BlackBerry. Okay, and then the other problem is your thumbnail.png should actually not be in the resources directory, but it should be on the same level as the My Emulator component. So just drag and drop that image so it's outside of the resources folder and on the same level as the component itself. Now that should solve all of our problems, so make sure that your CSS is saved, and let's try to request the page again. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my mobile demo site. I'll request the English page. And now you'll see, when you look at the My Emulator, you'll see that this is displayed in the rotational stack here. This is, of course, your thumbnail image that you see here. And then you'll see your background image is displayed here, and authors can easily drag and drop content, again, from the mobile components onto this device and see how it will be displayed with the device parameters you set up in your emulator. So very, very cool and very, very powerful and flexible.